welcome everyone. I go by Steph. And here's a little bit about me for those that don't know me and then those who think they know me. I am currently a single mom, but I have very beautiful children. 4 beautiful, busy children and 1 adult child. I am also a grandmother. I'm from the city of Detroit. I love to travel. I haven't been anywhere this year, but that's okay. Well, the beginning of the year, but it really wasn't a vacation. But anyway, I grew up with a very strong family background. We like this. I also grew up in church, which brings me here to talk about my transitioning and why I've been in and out of the church as an adult, more out than in. And to be truthful, it's been a lot. Like, I've had different reasons, different seasons, but I'm gonna talk about my entire journey, and the title of this is Pretty and Powerful. Let's get into it. Okay, why pretty and powerful? It's in relation to this amazing woman in the Bible that goes by the name of Esther. Esther wasn't just a pretty face. She had power. She saved a whole village from being killed and herself. I love this story because she was pretty enough to get called out by a king and powerful enough to make him change the plans of the enemy. So, that's my purpose, to help save my people. And by my people, I'm speaking of those whose lives I'm assigned to. Whoever God puts my story in front of and says, hey, if he did it for her, I want to do it for me. But it starts from you wanting it. It starts from you being able to change on the inside. And it's not about me posting all these pictures all day for likes. Like, I'm a brand new woman. I do promote for a company, but my real branding is for holiness. This past year, I gained this tremendous amount of internal confidence, like something I never experienced before. And this level of confidence has made me extremely happy. Like, it's overflowing and giving me my glow on the outside. Show off this. Yes. But, people been telling me my whole life, you so pretty, you so gorgeous. But I didn't always feel that way. I was dealing with some trauma, some insecurities within. Like, my spirit wasn't right. I kept myself up, my looks. I changed my looks all the time. But that didn't mean that I was happy. And honestly, I felt worthless. I felt like I failed at everything. Like, I was just failing. Relationships, family, businesses I tried to create, and giving myself to God, which I'm going to get into details about that statement. But the bottom line, I was hurting. I kept it moving for the most part, but I had some really dark moments. Like deep depression, suicidal. I was suicidal. It was dark. It was a really dark place. I didn't want to be there no more. And one day I attempted suicide. It failed. And so I cried out to God. It was hours and hours and hours. I was asking, why? Like, what? Why I gotta go through this? Why I have to go through this? Why I gotta be this way? And then, like, what I gotta do to fix it? What purpose do I have on this earth besides raising these kids by myself? Like, I wanted some answers. And there and behold, I got them. Not right at that second. I was still going through my stuff, still trying to do things my way, and eventually I gave up. Not like another suicidal attempt, but I gave up trying to make things work my way. For a year, I was on the fence, leaning more towards doing the right thing, but I had a few situations here and there, that pulled me away and got me distracted. But the last straw came. I was forced to sleep at an airport. But hey, it is what it is. It was relief. I had been praying around that moment, to be released of whatever was hindering me. It sounded messed up, but it wasn't. It all worked out the way it needed to. That is when I got the answers that I had been seeking. The why was simple. He said, because it wasn't my plans. It wasn't his plans. And the what was to just obey. And from that, I took them answers and I took off. Like, I'm in a position right now that I'm completely better within myself. I'm better to be a better woman, to be better for my kids, and to do my work. And I don't want those questions to come up again. I don't want to keep hurting. I don't want to keep feeling like I'm not worthy. And although I made bad decisions and got into things that wasn't beneficial during that waiting period, those mistakes had a purpose. Like, it was just adding to my story that needed to be shared. So I can help the next person. I can say I've been there. I know how you feel. That happened to me before, and I can mean it. You know what I mean? Some people try to give you advice and they ain't never even experienced nothing. But I have been there. Like, I've been through just about anything, especially emotionally. Like, every emotion I have felt in my life. But I look back and, people say, Steph, you got to go through the motions. God not going to put more on you than you can handle. He must have made me out of steel, because I had some heavy weight on me for years. But, here I am, pretty, powerful, and ready to work. Let's get into my inconsistency. While I'm holy 1 minute and then back to things the next. Well, one factor was influence. I was going with the it. Whatever was happening, whatever was trending. Like, checking out new bars or new drinks or rock watermelon, things like that. And I felt like I needed to experience. No. Which leads me to being weak-minded. Like, I was getting around people that was easily influencing me to do stuff. Like, normally I'd be like, no, I don't want to do it. But it was satisfying to me at that moment. So I accepted gifts. I accepted trips and outings, and one thing led to another. So that was another factor. Another one was being a people pleaser, associating myself with people, being in certain environments, not turning down invitations because I didn't want to let a family or a friend down. Another reason is boredom. Like, I felt like I was limited to fun, without drinking, without hanging out. And that was the way I was brought up. Like, we couldn't listen to secular music or, hang around certain people, go to parties, and that's just how I was growing up. So I found myself being bored, because who just want to sit in the house and go to church and go to work, and sit in the house, go to church, go to work, don't listen to music, don't watch certain shows. But I know better now. I mean, it's serious, but it's not that serious. So that leads me to another one, which is frustration within the church. Just being transparent here, y'all. I was upset. I used to be upset because people seem so opinionated and judgmental, and telling you what you can and can't wear, where you can and can't go. And it was frustrating. Like, the way they spoke to you, no matter how saved you thought you was, like, I still felt like I was a heathen. Like, what's the point? Because I'm trying to do right and y'all telling me I'm still doing wrong. But for real, you have people like that, and that's why a lot of people run from the church. So when you see people living different lives, and church one way and then another the next, it's like, okay, I'm done. But I'm better with that too. Like, people don't have a heaven or hell to put me in, and people's opinions are not going to distract me anymore. Okay? Now, I also had a lack of patience. Over the years, many promises and prophetic words were spoken over me, but I ain't had a patience to let it manifest. Like, I wanted that money right there, then and there. I wanted that success. I wanted that husband. I wanted to be free of all my bad habits, like, right then and there. Like, I didn't have no patience. So having no patience made me run back to the things that I knew, the way that I was comfortable with doing things. But, you know, here I am, giving God another chance. Well, he giving me another chance because he the one with grace and mercy. So I'm wiser and I'm patient. The biggest thing was being double-minded. Like, I'm not the type to be like, okay, I'm about to go to church and do this and that, knowing I'm not ready to give up drinking and sexting and, you know, things like that. So, you know, so many times people want to put out an image and make you look good, but deep down inside, you know you're doing wrong. Like, who you fooling? God see and know everything. Plus, you gonna go to hell anyway, so you might as well just do what you gonna do. Because personally, I don't want to look like a hypocrite, you know, to the people who really want it. And then I don't want to, you know, fit in to the thing that people doing now, like playing church or acting like church or acting holy, and really they not. Because, like, again, you still gonna go to hell. So why half step? You know, that's just like a kid. They out. They know they supposed to be home at a certain time. They don't come home. So it's like, I might as well just stay the night out. Then you got your friends all in the ear. Like, you going to get in trouble anyway. You going to get the same punishment. So why not just stay out and do your thing? And you got your little friends that want to be buddy when it's time to get drunk and, you know, turn up and stuff. But when you ready to make better choices, you see who your real friends are. They not going to encourage you to do that. But anyway, the Bible says, a double-minded person is unstable in all his ways. And that's James 1:8. That alone is what made me inconsistent. Me being inconsistent means I was unreliable. If I was not reliable, I ain't serving no purpose. And I wanted to live with a purpose on purpose. It was different seasons in my life. So each season had a different reason of why I stayed away from the church. Not my beliefs. I ain't stay away from my beliefs. I always believed in God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. But I had my reasons of why I left the fellowship places. But, like, I had my reasons to leave. I also had my reasons to come back, to return to my prayer life, my dedication. It was because I needed help. I needed help with heartbreak. I needed help with depression. When I was facing danger, my finances, help with my kids. If I needed favor with something, I needed help physically, mentally. I needed help to help me help others. I needed help to gain strength. I needed to get through a lot of stuff when I felt lost. And me calling on God was the only way I was going to get through it. The only way I was going to face those problems. My friends, they just want to listen and gossip. Half the time, they got a set of issues of their own. So it ain't no way they was in a position to help me do anything. And my family, they gonna tell you what you want to hear, or they gonna tell you what they would have did. But not always what's best. What was best for me? They couldn't tell me that. So I had to experience for myself in the midst of trouble. Like, I knew God was there. You know, I always had a passion to serve God. And I always wanted to just introduce people and be an influence, you know. That's what I wanted to do. Even in the midst of me sinning, it's crazy because me and my cousins would be drinking, smoking, whatever we're doing. And the subject of God always came up. We would have a whole conversation about how God saved us from certain stuff and how our childhood was and remember this, remember that. But it had something to do with God, you know, in church. And that's because we know what we're supposed to be doing. You know, we know what we're supposed to be doing. But I always had the personality, you know, to be kind, giving, loving, understanding. But I wanted to apply it to my spiritual life. You know, I could use them same traits and help somebody and defeat the enemy. Because we need more of that. You know, I made it out. Confidence is high now. I'm not conceited. I'm speaking on my inner self. Like, I'm able to stand on my own 2 feet and move forward in life. I'm able to say things like no. I mean, I can't say no just yet about everything, or I just say not right now. So, you know, people who got a response from me like not right now or later, just know that's my no. Okay. I've been told, you know, on a serious note, like I just need to go forth, you know. Go forth. I got my peace in my life now, and at my age, I don't want to keep walking around with guilt. You know, I got a destiny I need this to feel. You know, great things is happening. No, I still don't have all my money or my husband or my business, but I got my peace. I got my passion. I got my voice. You know, like Esther, she had to use her voice to get some things cracking. So I'm still in my waiting season, but I'm gonna wait here. I'm gonna wait here though. I'm just gonna post up and continue to let my inner beauty, you know, surface. And you know, you can do it too, you know, like I did. So you gotta get to the root. You know, I had to ask God, look, help me unroot these issues. I don't want to keep going through the same cycle. And once you do that, go on and take on rest, hold on to your faith, be patient. Even if you don't see it, be patient, be hopeful, and then wonderful things gonna happen. Cause you know, once you good, only you know you attract good. But if you continue to ignore those inside issues, it's always gonna show in your life. I don't care how good you dressed it up, it's gonna be obvious. So that's why I'm grateful for the opportunity to, you know, get it right again, to feel whole again. The last few years, I was in some very unusual circumstances. And I could say that I'm grateful. Like, it had a purpose to it. And some of y'all might say, here she go again, being holy holly. And that's okay. You know, I read a verse that said, if you keep quiet at this time, deliverance and relief for the Jews will arise in a different place. But you and your relatives will die. Who knows? If perhaps you were made for this powerful position, queen, such a time as this. Now that's Esther 4:14. Like right now, I know it's the time. I'm using my platform and my voice to save myself, my family, and whoever else want to take this ride. I'm taking risks like Esther. I'm speaking up because the world want me to be quiet. Well, here I am. And that concludes my video, my intro. I will go deeper into, you know, my new season, my new dedication, my progress. I will keep y'all up on that. So please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, y'all be blessed.